Welcome back to Oblivious Maximus. It's the new year. It's me, Aaron.
And it's me, Ben. How you going, Aaron?
Great, mate. Welcome to the new year.
Thanks. It's going well so far.
I've seen you almost, I didn't see you yesterday, but I have talked to you every day this year.
But that's most days.
Most years.
Most years. But today we're joined by Dan and Dane from Tumour. How are you going, guys?
Good.
Doing well.
Yeah.
It's nice and cool in here.
Oh, yeah. It's lovely the AC's cranking.
Sticking outside.
It's hot outside.
Yeah.
But we're in the studio podcasting like we should be.
Good day to be inside with hats on.
Yeah.
Yeah. This light is,
Yeah,
they don't want to see my bald
no,
head.
wait, everyone wears hats when they come on here.
Yeah, they're very bright.
Yeah.
Big year for Tumour last year.
Ish, yeah.
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 Lots of gigs.
This is
bigger.
hopefully the big things have cometh.
The
Yeah.
big things have cometh.
Yeah.
That's your tagline.
Yeah.
You love that one.
Yeah.
Big
But it's
things
true.
have come.
It is true.
Yeah.
But lots of shows this last year. I feel like we played multiple shows together this year.
Mm.
I was gonna, obviously we're gonna talk about your new record, but was the show that that was the year before, but
Yeah.
the show that we
we're right on this edge of
yeah with Burn in Hell, the like split tour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aglo played the show here, which was
Yep.
fun. Before we get into new shit, that split, dope as hell.
Yeah.
Burn in Hell, friends of the show.
Yeah.
Mm.
Specifically Marcus, who has
Friend to all.
friend to all.
He's a fun guy.
Yeah. Made multiple appearances on this podcast,
Yeah.
being the most stoned person on earth. So can't wait to have him back next time he's as stoned. But I mean, and yeah, I would say like since I've been doing Aglo, we've played multiple shows together, which has been nice. But when did Tumour get going?
We're like on the edge of COVID band. So it's,
Yeah.
and there's like not pre-COVID, pre-Tumour as well.
Yeah, I actually was drumming for pre-Tumour.
Yeah. So that like group of dudes that started Tumour, it was Dan on drums and Angus and Ned and Josh. Ned's the only surviving OG guy, but you kind of are as well, but now you're on vocals.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really call it pre-Tumour. I wouldn't call it connected.
So that wasn't Tumour you were playing drums for?
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't called Tumour. We were just kind of working. Like some of those first riffs and ideas actually made their way to like the first demo or something, but I didn't record any of it. And I think the working band name was Die Alone, which is fucking awful. So
I don't mind that.
What about
like with a
Tumour?
full stop as well. And I just
Full stop.
It's a good thing I didn't, Tumour.
Punctuation in a band name.
I feel like that's really coming back around though.
Yeah, maybe we were just
Tumour
ahead of the
back.
curve. We're just-
Yeah. Too ahead.
But your kids will love it, kind of thing.
So that was the seed to the band. And then I don't know, was you doing Diploid at the time? Is that what split it?
Yeah, I was playing in two other bands. I think
Yeah.
Diploid was one of them, and I was just like, I can't do three bands at the moment. I dropped it, but it kept going.
Classic Melbourne drummer vibe.
Yeah.
Oh, you get hit up by everyone.
Yeah.
Doing a million bands.
So that I mean, I think that was like right before COVID, and then you left, and then new drummer, I joined, and then that was the proper start of the band, and that was like right at the start of like maybe mid 2019, and then the start of COVID
Yeah,
kind of screwed everything up.
for sure.
And then we did everyone recorded in their bedroom, sent it to Joel Taylor down the road, and he mixed our demo.
Yeah.
And then we just had to sit and wait for, that whole time when we couldn't do shows. Our first show was, I think, one of those, like it was at Old Bar, and there was like a cap on how many people could come.
Gotcha.
I think
People weren't sitting down.
that would have been like a fun little liner in the history.
Oh man.
Our first show was a sit down show. It was like us and Olga Mortis and I think like 3-band bill or something. So that was the first show we did, and then it's been plugging away since. So
Dope.
yeah.
I also worth broaching the subject that we're both from Canberra. We're both wearing Bloodmouth shirts, obviously.
It's true.
But you also used to be in a band with Ben Searlo.
Yeah, my infamous band. I feel like I've talked about it a lot.
I feel like it's got more promo on this podcast than ever got when it was a band.
I had this podcast when we were an active band.
Well, yeah, maybe we would have still been a band. I don't know. No.
I think we would have still been a band if Nick Thomas didn't leave suddenly one day.
You're right. Sorry, mate.
Sell all his gear?
Yeah. Well, I told this story. I told this story in my show. Yeah. And also I sort of confronted him about it.
At the show?
No, at the year before at Comedy Fest, weirdly. He was just at the artist bar thing, which is open to the public, but he was just there. And I was just drunk enough to give it to him.
No fucking way, dude. Shit.
But yeah, that was a classic of messaging outside the chat, going, "What's going on?" And he's like, "Yeah, I sold all my stuff."
I remember being very confused that day myself.
Yeah, it was a fun one. So
that's one of my favorite
stuff.
Melbourne rock stories. Is just leave the band, turf all your gear.
There's something powerful to it.
It's
Pound.
definite.
Don't let anyone.
Definite. Yeah. Finite.
That's the full stop on the band name.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. We should have put a full stop on the band name.
It's chucking it.
But if not for that, no Tumour.
No Tumour.
Because we would have been famous, obviously.
Yeah. Different circles, I feel, though. There's not much crossover sound-wise.
Yeah, because Canberra, you were playing in Machina Genova. Is that right?
Shit, yeah.
So you were playing pretty full-on heavy. That's kind of your bread and butter.
Yeah, I guess so.
Psycho music.
Crush really, I played in another one called Plovers, in Melbourne, but other than that, Crush was that was the first time I had to slow down on the drums and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Like playing a simple rock beat. What is this? But yeah, that was a chapter in history for sure. And we lived together for a time as well.
Yeah, I weirdly only remembered this the other day because I was writing out every single one of my housemates. This is for next year's show. And I was like, oh, there was a time where, because you took Amy's room?
Sorry about that, mate. Yeah. I know you wanted the big room and I just didn't work out. I didn't mean to, but anyway. Yeah, I took that big bedroom.
Yeah, this is the thing. I think I realized I've had I've lived in 28 houses.
Whoa.
All up. And then housemates is close to 45.
That's huge.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Is it a lot? I'm sure. I feel
gotta
like,
be.
I was like, what does that mean?
I lived overseas until I was 12 years old, and I've not lived in that many houses. And I've lived in many countries.
There you go.
I like to move around,
Well, I can't remember who it was. Someone was saying, I think the last time you moved, I was like, I feel like Searlo moves pretty regularly. I was like, I reckon Searlo's moved multiple times a year since I met him.
Yeah, me and my bindle over the shoulder. Yeah, enough about me.
Enough about Ben.
You've put a song out.
It's out finally.
It's out. How does it feel to be out? Sounds sick.
Yeah. How do you feel about it?
It feels good.
Yeah.
We were sitting on it for a little while because we just kind of
You recorded it ages ago, right?
Well, we found ourselves in the album cycle.
Yeah.
That thing everyone warns you about. And we're like, we'll get out and the whole thing done in 3 months.
No way.
But the good reason is that Big Lou from Big Records came on board, backed the boys, and has been helping us, release it. And that just fell on the rock calendar. We shouldn't do anything in December. That got pushed out. And so yeah, we've had a bit of time sitting on it. But it's good. It means we could plan everything as we wanted to do it, get the artwork together. So we have been sitting on it, but we have been grinding in the background.
Yeah, it was a conscious decision. It wasn't
conscious.
just
like
forced.
the release schedule thing is real, even at DIY level. So
yeah. And I have fell victim to ignoring advice and blasting ahead, and it has absolutely stitched me up more times than I can say.
Because it is nice for someone to come aboard and be like, hey, this, you should do this, you should do that. Like, I feel like, I weirdly with comedy stuff, I'm in a bit of that at the moment where I'm like, what am I meant to be doing at what time? And trying to have someone there to think ahead for you is kind of pretty.
You need a label.
I need a label.
It's awesome, man. It takes so much of the just the admin work out of it that it's just, I don't know. It's hard enough getting 5 people in a room together sometimes, let alone work out a release schedule. So
yeah.
I mean, he obviously helped me do the Aglo record as well, and he is very good right now because he's so keen as well, which is the other thing that I've had it the other way too, where you join up with someone who's late in their life of doing that and don't really want to do it anymore, but they're just it's just their job. But he's so gassed up about doing it and is touring all the time and is at shows and stuff. So like he's kind of seeing the world as it's happening as well, which is very helpful.
Yeah, perfect for us.
Yeah,
it was very intentional going, like approaching Louis, and then him saying yes and jumping on board was perfect for us. But singles out, another one coming up. Again on the big boy schedule, singles and pre-orders and all that sort of stuff. But finally, like no one's leaked it or shown to many people, so it's like unfortunately
I put it on Kazaa.
We had it watermarked digitally, so
we
all good.
Kept saying to Lewis, it's like Aaron would be asking about like, oh, how's the record turn out? It's like, would have thought Lewis would have just sent it to you. Like,
I did hear it when it was, I think when you recorded it, but I didn't hear the whole thing. He just showed me like, because the other thing, obviously Lewis recorded it.
The other Lou. Yeah.
The other Lou. Lewis from Aglo, as I want to call him. I guess when I was recording something there recently, he had just finished doing it.
Right, yeah.
And I think was like pretty gassed up about how it sounds.
Yeah.
So, and he, as I say every time I talk about him on this, I think he gets better with everything that he does. So your thing obviously sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And I think he, and again, another person who is actively participating in this and cares a lot about it. So
knows how it should sound.
And is putting in like the requisite effort to make it be good, because he wants everything that he does to be good as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously I threatened yesterday to burn a bunch of CDs of your new record. So
go for it.
Might still do that. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
What was the process of recording like and trying to get the sound that you wanted?
Well, speaking about Lewis, he had the approach of like, we didn't go, we want to sound like, Covenant, Morbid Angel, although there might be some riffs stolen,
sick.
But there wasn't any, we want to sound like a 90s death metal band. Can you just, make everything sound weird and niche? And he sort of got on the front foot and came, like he'd seen us before, but came to a show, and the approach was, I want to capture the live sound, which is pretty like sounds semi cliche, but I guess at, local band level, it's like, it's kind of cool. Like Lewis coming in with that, steering the wheel, so to speak. And us not going, prescribing how exactly we wanted it to sound. It was just, we didn't want it to sound vintage. We didn't want it to sound modern, like ultra modern and slick and genty or whatever. So Lewis was just like, I want to capture how you guys sound. And I guess that manifested into, loud, aggressive, pretty clear.
It sounds dope.
Yeah.
It's
great.
It's hard to find that kind of like you were saying, that classic death metal sound, which is like so many classic death metal records sound like dog shit.
Yeah.
And then you don't want to be this like slick, overproduced thing where it's like removed all soul from it. You got to have a bit of both, but it's nice to find that line.
And probably I was like probably hard to do as well, but he did it. Like, it's a lot of like the sort of newer death metal bands coming like Gatecreeper and whatnot that are like have that modern polished sound without it being, it's like still raw in some way. But like, they're the top of the pile, it's hard to actually replicate that or
it's like a lot of money behind that.
Like didn't want to, and also like we didn't want to overcook it either. It was like drums were done in 2 days, guitars were done in 2 days, vocals were
that took a bit longer
session. But that was gotta go hard.
Is this your first band doing vocals?
Yeah, it is. I hadn't done any before joining Tumour.
How did that come about?
Maybe Dane, you Did you see me do a guest spot for Terminal or something?
I think we all did. I think you popped your hand up and were like, well, he yelled once with Terminal Sleep. Like,
so he's good.
Yeah. That sounded good. Sounded brutal. And then that's the split with Burn in Hell was I think we only jammed a handful of times, just had the lyrics written, and then you went straight into the booth.
Yeah, that was scary, man. The whole thing, doing vocals for the first time was scary for sure. Like I had no track record or anything. I was like, why the fuck have these guys? I wanted to do it.
You did like a bedroom demo.
Oh yeah, but like I blew my voice out for like 3 weeks just doing that. I was just like, have I dipped my toe in too far here?
Oh yeah.
But
absolutely you did, yeah.
Just brute forced it and found a way, and probably ruining my voice in the long term.
Yes.
Doing it.
But even between the split and the album, your voice has already changed quite a lot.
Yeah, I think just doing it over and over and over again, it's just becoming its own thing.
Well, playing shows, you like find the voice too.
I think so.
I think that was the same thing with me. Like I didn't, when we did the first Mental Cavity record, I just blew my voice straight away. Like first day of doing vocals, lost it. And then was like, okay, well, that's not how I sing. So put that out and then I'll figure it out as we play shows. And then by the second one, I was like, oh yeah, this is how I sing.
Yeah, cool.
Well, I guess for so much of that stuff, you're trying to replicate other people.
Yeah.
And then you kind of need to find your own thing. Like
100%.
I think that for me, for so long, even singing was like singing along to things where I'm like, well, yeah, I definitely shouldn't be trying to sing along to Paramore. I'm never going to be able to sing like that. I'm going to lose all oxygen in my body trying to do that. But then you kind of sing along to something that you're like, oh, this is actually me. I can hit this. I can hit this.
Do find it. I think everyone can sing or do vocals or whatever it is. It's just they have a range that they need to find.
Yeah, and sometimes that range is tiny.
Yeah, me.
But it is there. Yeah.
It's finite. You've managed to do something I never thought possible. Use the word balustrade in a song.
Holy shit. We're going to do it.
Do we tell the story?
Please. I got to know more.
It's a pretty short story, but for us, it's fucking hilarious. I don't know if it's hilarious. Actually, we told Lewis when we were recording where the name came from, and he apparently was like doing the Mr. Burns, sitting at home chuckling like a week later about it. When we went to Southeast Asia on tour, I can't remember which city it was, but booked an Airbnb. It was like a two-story apartment thing. And just long story short, Josh, our old bass player, he was it like in the middle of the night, he got up and we're all in different bedrooms and just heard this massive thud and came out, and Josh was sort of like half his limbs were through the balustrade of the stairwell.
Right. How did this occur?
I thought he broke his leg, man. I was like, the tour's done. We got to go home. Like, but I think he just slipped. Like, it was in the darkness,
and he fell through.
We heard the thud. Heard a giant. Oh fuck! And his leg was just hanging out through the balustrade. That is not what the song's about, though. We just thought it's like a funny little reference. But
it was one of those like, is he seriously injured? But we're all pissing ourselves off.
There is always those moments when someone's hurt. Oh, they're all right. We can laugh now.
And then that term through the balustrade, we're like, that sounds like a Dragon Force song name.
Yeah.
And I think for a minute, we were like using it as the working title. And then I was like, we got to change this. It's got to be like through the whatever,
through
something.
The ether.
Like something that rhymes with that. And then I think we got to the last bit of putting the tracks together, and we're like, all right, Lewis, just commit it. We're going through the balustrade. And Dan's always maintained, he's like, it sounds hard as fuck. Like it's like,
I loved it, man.
Yeah.
And I'd already written the lyrics, and then so I was like, well, we're not changing it now because I say those words in the song.
So, it's got a good mouth sound.
Yeah.
When I saw it as that was the title of the single, I was like, that's amazing to use that word in that in the sense of a metal song.
We're big on the words that shouldn't be in metal songs.
Yeah, I think, what's another one? Paywall. I think
you got paywall in there.
That in the album somewhere as well.
Recycle.
Speaking of modernized death metal,
That's paywall.
We got
iPod.
We got Glory Hole in there.
Oh yeah, Glory Hole's in there. Yeah.
You got all the
crazy boys.
But I had to bring that up today. Just seeing the word balustrade used in a metal song. I was like, that's awesome. As a fan of stairs.
That's a fan of balustrades. About time they got represented.
Of railings.
Big stairhead. And what about art side of things, putting that together? How did you want it to look? What did you want it to change it up? What was the approach to that?
Have you seen what the cover looks like?
I don't think I have, no.
I don't know if we do
Oblivious Maximus exclusive.
Pull a phone out kind of situation. So I'll show you later.
Yeah.
But it's that single artwork that's from the same photo shoot, but so I handled all the artwork and art direction in collaboration with the rest of the band. By that I mean like, hey, I want to do this. Is anyone?
Then you do that for a job.
Thinks it's like, yeah. Well, no, I do graphic design as in like identities and branding and stuff. So I guess the band artwork is a bit of branding, creative direction stuff, and definitely take it way too seriously.
You gotta.
Yeah.
But we always were collectively keen on not going, full death metal artwork because again, it's not really the 100% the whole aesthetic and sound of the band. So the idea for the cover, which is actually a photo of Dan with his head wrapped in chains, this really sort of gritty black and white close-up photo with his like lip poking through the chains and
the real chains.
Yeah.
Fucking.
But that idea was sort of pinched from an old Salvation Army campaign from like the 80s or something.
Yeah, true.
Wow.
So the photo is just a recreation of that because licensing would be probably a bit of an issue using
hitting up the salvos to ask me to use
Remember
some
that
pictures?
campaign you did in 82? Yeah. How about a death metal version of it? So we recreated that. And it's just this sort of hard, intense image. And then the rest of the artwork, all the layout, just piece that together over time, and it's got its own little, brand to it. As lame as that is for metal, but you got to do it.
That I mean, I've kind of done the same thing with. I mean, I've talked about it quite a lot, actually, not with Aglo, but like how Extortion. Again, not that I created this at all, but like
It's a brand.
Extortion is a brand basically, and Rowan had no intention of doing that. He literally he drew the logo, and then I think the first couple shirts were the box. And I think he had in his head like this idea that like, oh, the box thing's a cool idea.
Yeah.
And then that became the brand. That's the Extortion shirt.
Yeah.
And then I've had people since being in the band come up and tell me like, oh, that they've just been trying to find their own version of that since seeing it.
Yeah.
And I mean, and Rowan, obviously now that he's done so much of it and he does all the art himself and things like that, I think he now is very protective of how, like, now that it's kind of locked in, he like is quite protective of how it is and how it needs to look. And like,
well, there's something about that. I think it signals to other people. I think that you're like, if you care about that bit, then you cared about this bit. Like, I think and it's like, every one of us has listened to something because fuck, that looks cool.
Yeah.
100%. It's more important than I think like I would like to admit or people like to admit in music. Like just that visual recognition. Is that a word?
Recognition.
Wow. Recognition.
Write that down for the next album.
You got ballast.
That hasn't been used before. Yeah, probably. But yeah, like it's I don't know. It's fun making the music and everything, but you want people to hear it as well, and that comes with like conscious decisions sometimes, or things that start as unconscious decisions, but then have to become, that's our thing now, and you have to think about that stuff. And luckily, we have a designer in the band to help with that. But
it's being self-deprecating about it. But the flip side is bands that don't, like you said, don't put enough effort into the visual part of it, which is sort of, unless you go into a show, you sort of see it before you hear it. So, being somewhat self-deprecating about it is not entirely true. Like, it was pretty conscious, and we're really stoked with how it turned out. And Louis being keen to, flesh it all out. And we're doing CDs, and he's like, well, what if we do this with the CD? And
well, I mean, that side of things is also just fun.
Oh, it's fun.
Like,
Yeah, not to talk it down.
Yeah,
no, that's
sorry.
Particularly to have like a physical release as well, where you can be like, to hold something that you're like, fuck, we did this photo. We did this. Like that's a really cool experience. Like I was talking to a mate of mine, like doing street posters for Comedy Fest. I'm like, well, for me,
we've spoken about this.
Yeah, I was like, I wanted to do the street posters because I was like, I did kind of want it to be physically out there as well.
Yeah.
Like, and I guess for me, not having a physical release or anything like that, I was like, I did kind of want posters around to be like, that we put all this work into this side of things. It's kind of cool to be able to put it out there. But, I think of a band like, like Blood Incantation. It's like everyone knows that logo.
Oh yeah.
Like
can't read it for shit, but know those spikes.
That's kind of like sent them to another stratosphere.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like the idea of all that effort we put into the whole package from, writing the songs, like overwriting the songs and dialing stuff in with Lewis in the studio. And that's like, well, why wouldn't you see that through to the cover and the packaging and trying to do a video, but it's, that's probably the trickiest part of the whole journey. But yeah, it was all very intentional. And I just think even for a band of our size and style, like just putting a bit of extra effort in there, first big release, like it was something we wanted to do. So
it stands out. You did a sick job. And, I didn't mind having my head wrapped up for uncomfortable as it was. But it really, I'm not really someone who likes kind of doing things that I like to, if I'm going to do something, I want to stand out or be different in some way, right? Otherwise it will just fall into a sea of kind of noise. And I think the cover is really impactful. And it's the first thing that grabbed Lou's attention when we sent.
Yeah.
We asked him if he wanted to put this out.
He was like, this is done. Like, I don't really have to do much. So, like, cool.
Yeah.
Well, paid off.
Yeah, that's kind of another thing as well, like with working with people that do that side of things. If you've done like kind of everything else around it and kind of just go, well, I need someone to help me with this bit.
Yeah.
It's easy to just go, here you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've been pretty firm on that. I guess there's a level of ownership of it as well that I want to make sure that, again, because I've been a little bit burnt in the past with outside input when there's something that I know, I know what I know for it. I mean, and I obviously that was kind of the whole point in doing the Aglo thing was the gag, the band name is my name. If I'm going to do that, then it's going to be exactly the way I want it to be. I will have input from people and I'm happy to hear feedback, but sometimes I'm like, well, I don't agree with you, so it's gone. It's selfishly going the way that I want it to go. But when I was like, well, it's all going to be about Star Trek. So then I was like, well, then I need to inform whoever it is doing that. Luckily, the couple of people that have helped me a lot with the visual aspects also like Star Trek. So that's been handy finding people who also are able to understand. You're
sending them the full box set of the Next Generation. Watch this.
Watch this and then get cracking.
You'll get it.
Well, by the time this comes out, you will have played, you're playing with Gutless in a couple of weeks or next week. Is that?
Yeah.
This
weekend.
Good show, wasn't it?
Yeah, good show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But album launch show. When's the album come out?
Feb 4.
Feb 4.
Sounds right.
Fingers crossed. That's that's on the aforementioned release schedule.
On the schedule.
That's on the schedule.
And then launch show the week after on the 13th. If all goes to plan.
And what's talk us to the launch show? Who we got?
Launch show so far, it's us, Death Tax, another big records band, and Identity Era, young metalcore lords.
Nice.
Yes. And TBC for the opener.
TBC.
Where's the show at?
Last Chance.
Last Chance.
Nice.
Yeah.
Rock and roll bar.
Could only be there. Yeah.
Better to have a packed small room, or hopefully.
Yeah.
It's going to be
if not us, the other two bands will pack it out.
Yeah. But we've never played with Death Tax or Identity Era, so that was important too. We just didn't want to do the same bands as always, but so that's fun playing with new friends.
Yeah. Also, a bit of metalcore never hurt anybody.
Yeah.
So nice to have a bit of a. I say mixed bill. It's all heavy, but
yeah,
shades of heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I think it feels like, well, we've talked about it on here. Metalcore's back.
It's back in a big way.
Bigger than ever.
Couldn't be bigger. No, I mean, I think like the other thing too is like it's good getting bands that have the through line from the various different influences that are sitting there.
Yeah.
So record, what's the plan this year then? Just gig the shit out of it or what?
I think so. I think everyone's like 25 last year was kind of chill because we were prepping the record and just playing occasionally. But the year before we gigged a lot, Interstate somehow did a Southeast Asia tour on the back of an EP.
Yeah.
So we're like, album should mean more.
Yeah.
I guess. Technically. But everyone's like, I think, some of the other guys have got long service leave. So hopefully everyone's positioning themselves to be available for some more touring. And I mean, that's what we want to do at least. Just play the shit out of these songs. And
there's plans to do, like I don't think we've done an East Coast run yet.
Not fully, no.
Or so it'd be good to do something like that. And, it's kind of one of those things where, like you say, the album is bigger on paper. So we're hoping to make some more opportunities for ourselves and push it, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It feels like you got to take some big swings with this stuff sometimes, and then people are like, "Oh shit, these guys are doing that."
Yeah,
they're ready for this kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, we're just going to do our thing at the end of the day, and we love doing it. So I guess the whole thing is hopefully people see that the shows you do play, and then the word gets around, and that's being in a band, I guess. But just gonna send it.
Fuck yes,
yeah.
Sick. Ben, what do you got coming up?
Just Comedy Fest. That's being announced soon. By
the time this is out, or
I feel like people, they just need a few weeks' notice from me that the show's on. No, that's coming out. I'm starting a new gig, which is at the Bendigo. That'll be on Wednesday nights. So keep an eye out for that. It's called Go Go Go, new comedy show. So that should be fun. Some longer sets from comedians, less comedians, but longer sets we're doing. Nice. So working on that with the crew at the Bendigo for Wednesday night. So come along to that from January 14th. And doing some work in progress shows, which you can find out about on my Instagram. And then I'll be in Sydney for a bit. I've been in Sydney for like 10 days.
Wow.
So you can catch me up there.
Yeah.
And that's about it. What about you, mate?
I have to learn the Phantom set. I'm saying this now so that I commit myself to learning it.
So you're playing bass for Phantoms on the Comeback Kid tour?
On the Comeback Kid tour. I've learnt 3 songs so far that I didn't know before, so I'm off to a flyer. Kelly sent me the oldest videos on earth of him playing them on guitar.
How old was the oldest video?
15 years old, and he's playing one of my guitars in the video. And I was like...
And you're learning bass.
And I'm learning bass. So I replied and said, can you send me a video of you playing this on a bass in this decade, please? So that was funny. So I got to learn that. But more to the point, I am playing bass for Phantoms on the Comeback Kid tour. And then Aglo's playing Flippin' the Bird Festival in Frankston.
The Bird.
Which should be fun. Marcus is playing drums for Aglo at that, which should be very fun. And Lee just had a baby. Congrats to friends of the show, Lee and Stella.
Of the
show. I think Lee's playing guitar, but we'll see how the baby's going. Maybe Lewis is playing guitar, who knows? Doing that, and then I think that's it at the minute, but we'll be putting up more pods. Hopefully by the time this comes up, we will have cleared out the backlog, I reckon.
Yep. Created a new backlog.
Created a new backlog for ourselves. But that's about it.
And thanks to our producer, Izzy.
Yeah, we got a producer now, a person in the corner.
We'll figure out how to get stuff up on the screen.
That's the next job. It's good to have someone here sitting with us.
Fellas, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Welcome. Thanks for having us.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
See you.
Peace.